Well, we're back. I don't know if you guys seen the short video I put up of the Jeep. We got rid of the Jeep. So now we're on to this hoopty. Start taking this bad boy apart and getting some of the parts out of it. We evicted some mice. We seen them fall out of here yesterday. But we're gonna pull some of these parts out of this cab. Decide what we're keeping, what we're not. These are starting to crack, but they're kind of worn out. Ow. They're kind of nasty anyway. We'll probably just let them go. Definitely got to get the ignition out. It's got a key. Are they living in here? They were in there, but they're not in there now. There's a window crank in there that we probably should get out. I'm going to take these whole doors off, keep the doors. These doors are in good shape. They're from a teal 97 truck. So when we get the front fenders off here, we can unbolt these doors, take the whole door, keep the whole thing. It's got metal handles, got power mirrors, good glass, decent. These things always wear out and get crappy. They're not great, but they're not bad either compared to some of the other ones. Fenders are going. I want to keep the rad support, so we're going to have to cut these wheel wells somewhere back here, cut that off because we still have headlight bezels in here that are good, and the rad support's still straight. So I definitely want to keep that. Definitely going to pull the transmission out, but we got to get the bed off first, and definitely keeping this mat. This thing's going to be useful to cover some parts up with. So we're definitely going to keep that thing. Tailgate handle is broken or disconnected or both. So we got to get the patch panel off on the inside, get this tailgate down. There's one good tail light. We'll keep that. Disconnect this filler neck here. A couple Phillips. There's nothing holding this bed on. I mean, it's literally not even attached. And what's even the craziest thing is, like, you'd look at this truck and be like, wow, this thing's a royal piece of crap, right? But believe it or not, out of all the trucks I have, even the ones on the road, this one has the best frame. Absolutely perfect frame. But the body and cab are rusty. I do not have a title for this one, so it is going to go in pieces. The steering wheel is delaminating, so that can probably go. We're definitely going to keep the intake and the head that's in here. Shifter and all that goes with the transmission. Oh, $300 back window. We definitely got to get that out. That's a must. So this thing's got a little bit of work that needs to be done. This bumper's not in great shape, but I might just keep it because the chrome's not really coming off of it. It's actually not that bad. It's a little bent, but we'll keep it for now. We got some automotive harness we have to harvest out of here that we can get paid for. Some of the headlight plugs I might actually keep because, yeah, like the plug ends, these things always melt. You can order them, they're cheap, but I'll probably keep them anyway. There's a coil over here, it's probably no good. This thing is probably sun bleached, but we'll let that go. All that other stuff can go with the cab. We just want the rad support, and we're probably going to end up keeping this frame because I just can't bear to get rid of it if it's not rusty, you know. So we're going to cut this bed off. That's job number one. Cut the bed, the rad support, get the parts out of it, the back window, and we'll see where we're at. Oh, we got the tailgate down. Look at that bed's in great shape, huh? It's the tailgate's in really good shape though. Look at it. You know, it's still got the mounts which always rot off, so that's good. We're gonna have to save all them actually. I'll get them off the skin. It's a common thing to go bad, and these things are actually sellable. The brackets for the tailgate, even though this tailgate is getting a little punky, it's not too bad. But these brackets are important, and we want to get this tail light out. Where's the bolts for that? Oh, they're back here. 10 millimeters. Yeah, that's a good bed, right? I don't know what's actually holding it. So I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Somebody hacked it up, huh? Put something in there to support it. Wow. Can you believe that this frame is not rusty? Does that not make any sense? All right, they definitely put something up in here, look. Or no, is that? I guess that's just the stock inner skin. The outside skin rotted off. Wow. I don't think I've seen one this bad in a while. There ain't nothing holding this bad boy together. This thing's coming off of here in pieces for sure. I guess we better drag this back. We're gonna have to drag this bed off. I don't even think it's got 2 bolts in the back here we got to cut off, but I don't think there's anything else holding it. These ain't doing much. We can cut them off. Looks like somebody cut it out. They definitely, a lot of it rotted out, but there is some cut marks. I don't know what they were doing over here, unless they were trying to do the fuel pump or something. We gotta get these Phillips off. Now they ain't even got enough room to do a fuel pump. I don't know what they were doing in there. That fuel pump's still good though, because we pumped the gas out of this thing a couple years ago. At least it was. We're definitely going to sawzall this thing to pieces and get it off of here. There ain't much left of it, that's for sure. We got some good parts out of here. This intake, it's got some sensors and things on it we might need, some injectors. This head looks okay. Don't think they damaged the head. They either blew the block up or blew the head gasket or something. I don't know. It actually looks pretty good, this head though, so we'll keep that. It's a good distributor. Still got the diaper on it too from the factory, which is rare. They're always missing. rear looks like it's getting pretty rusty here, but I don't know if they welded this up or not. The guy was trying to drift with this truck, but obviously the bed wasn't going to hold up once this thing started wheel hopping, right? He'd have just left this thing on the track. But is this missing the clutch pedal? Oh, no, the clutch is in there. Might want to keep that too, huh? I don't know if I want to dig that far down in there. I don't really want to take this dash out. I definitely need the e-brake cable out of this truck, unfortunately, which is going to be a nightmare, kind of. Considering I could just cut it, it would be a lot faster, but like I said, we got to get this, we got the bed off now, so that's good. This stuff can get cleaned up later. Don't worry about that. I need to get the drive shaft off. I got to get underneath, get the transmission unbolted, so I can get that 5-speed tranny out. As soon as the shade gets here on the front end here, I'm going to start tearing out this front end. Maybe another half an hour or so we'll be in the shade up here. Not that it's that hot today, but I'm a baby. I don't like working in the sun. If I don't have to work in the sun, I won't work in the sun. All right? Okay, so, and this thing is really superb, truthfully, considering its age and what the rest of these frames actually looks like. I did steal the steering box out of this for the OG a couple years ago, but we got one little rust hole right there on the inside by that brake line, and other than that, the frame is super solid. I mean, there's one little pinhole, there's a little bit there, and I think there's a little hole here behind the wheel on this side. I could be wrong, it might actually be good. You know, she's solid. I mean, there's a little, I've seen another little spot somewhere starting, but considering how much we've had to repair all these other ones, this thing's in phenomenal shape. You know, as far as the frame goes, don't let all this like little bit of surface rust and bullshit deter you. Like, even this cross member is not bad. You know, it's got some surface flaking, but dude, these things are always rotted. We'll clean this out, blow all this off with the blower. Like, my plan is to take the body mounts out, all the parts I want, and then I'm gonna load the cab with some random shit, and then I'm gonna take it to the scrapyard and just have them pluck the whole cab right off. I'll run a ratchet strap around it for the ride, because I don't think any of my machines are strong enough to pick this up. So I'm just gonna have them pluck it off at the junkyard, and then I'm gonna drag the frame back here, and I don't know, put it on top of the container or put it somewhere. I can't get rid of a frame that's actually good, even if it is just a standard cab. It's in way better shape than this truck, and this thing's still running. Look at this A-frame. Sheesh. We couldn't straighten it out enough, I know that, from where it got rear-ended. This cab is shot. Can we even get the passenger rocker off there for repairs? Or is that going too? Yeah, it's pretty much shot. There ain't even no pieces to use on that bad boy. Alright, it's going. Keep the doors, and these fenders are actually four-wheel drive fenders. They have a bigger hump on them than the two-wheel drive fenders, but the bottom of them are rotted, so I guess we'll put them in the parts pile for now instead of scrapping them. They are damaged on the bottom, but I mean, if we have to, we can take a piece off of there. But you can still buy these fenders. You can still buy the four-wheel drive fenders. It's just, I don't know. Maybe we'll let them go. We'll make a decision here, one way or another. We're definitely keeping this rad support. I probably should put these little screws back in there before I lose them. That's a good bed, huh? We'll just take that, put it right on Snow White. Well, that's rare. It's rare that they come unbolted. Yeah, this bumper's pretty shot, actually. That backside's pretty rusty. These brackets are good, though. I don't think they're too expensive, either. You can still get these. Should have recorded the other side because it actually had the pin in it and not a self-tapper, but we'll get them out. Come on. Well, somebody took the carrier bearing off already. I guess when they were gonna pull the engine out, looks like the one side got stuck and they torched it. But I'm gonna try to get these bolts out here without destroying this drive shaft. All right, we're getting there. We got the drive shaft out. We got all the body bolts off. Rad supports off. The bottom of it's a little rusty, but we'll keep it anyway for the top rail. But I mean, look at this frame, you know. This thing is actually in really, really good shape. Might actually tow it to the pressure washer before I bring it back home. Maybe, I can do that here. It's no big deal. But anyway, it smells like mice in here. I want to get these turn signals and the headlight switch. All this seems good. The ignition. Like we said, I don't need the wheel, and I don't think I need to take everything off. I can just take these modules out, and then this just clamps on from the bottom. I might have to cut that off actually, because I think these things are tamper proof. They have like pop rivet connections or something in there holding them, so you can't just unscrew it. I'll have to take a look in there. If you know what, I might just cut the whole, I think we're just going to cut the whole steering column right off, take the whole thing. Sounds like a plan. Where's my Sawzall? Grinder works better. Come on. There you go. All the stuff we want, none of the stuff we don't. Hell, I guess I'll go get some screwdrivers and see if we can pry this back window out. I wish I had somebody here to stand back here and catch it, but I guess I'll just have to be careful. I don't think we need anything else out of here. Probably should try to take this control here. There's no power. This one's a stripped model. It's got no extra stuff, but maybe we should pop some of these block off plates out, right? They might be kind of useful. Drill holes in them. I don't know why they're black. They should be this color, but it's kind of weird. All right, we don't. This bench is actually in good shape. It's just mouse infested now, man. Oh well, we're gonna let the bench go. We can always cobble any kind of seat we ever want in there. It doesn't really matter as long as it fits side by side. We could put a Toyota seat in there or whatever. We ain't scared of drilling new holes. That's for sure. We cut this harness. Got all the wires I could without taking the dash out. All right, body mounts off. Everything's good to go. We got to put air in the tires. I might just cut this stuff down and stack it on the back here. Unload it when I get there. Or I can take it in another truck later. Doesn't really matter. Second load. Probably be easier to throw it on my trailer real quick actually, with some other stuff. So maybe we'll just leave it. Anyway, like, it looks crusty in here, but it's really nowhere near what most of these things are. I mean, we get this stuff cleaned out of here real good before we let it sit up. It should be good for a while. So we'll blast the holes out. Somebody actually drilled holes in the bottom of the frame. Maybe that's what saved this one. Kind of. All right. As I can't believe. It's real weird. Sometimes you'll get ones where the body is in pretty good shape and the frame is wasted. And then other times I've had ones where the body was wasted and the frame was okay. You know what I mean? I had a 720 back in the day, 4-wheel drive, and the body was rotted all to crap, but the frame was mint. It's weird. Anyway, we'll get back to work over here. I don't know if I'll get this thing taken in today, but maybe I will. I got to go cut grass too, so we'll go cut grass. I'll come back at the end with a clip of this thing getting squidged off the top. I do have to get this window out. I can't forget that. That's like the most expensive part in there, and we definitely need it because we got a bunch of these trucks. And the OG's back window actually leaks because it's got a slider in it. And the sliders, the gasket that goes around the sliders is different, and it has joints up here that where they like heat bond them together, and they always shrink and break and pop open, and your cab starts getting wet. These solid glass ones come with a one-piece gasket, and it never goes bad. It looks good all the time. Even this one, you know, it's a literal one-piece gasket all the way around. Maybe they heat bond them down here somewhere, but at least it's at the bottom. The other ones are heat bonded at the top. Probably just hang a hook in the trailer and start hanging these on there. We can always make a decision later on what to get rid of and what to keep. We've got about 3 or 4 more of these trucks to take apart, so we're going to immense a pretty good pile of parts. Amass an immense pile of parts. Right. Actually, I thought these things were bad, but they're actually down here. I mean, they're not in the best of shape, but these tabs are actually still existent, which this is where they rot out first. So I guess these are a good set of 4x4 fenders. All right, we'll keep them for another lowrider project. And the bumper brackets. That bumper's probably going to go though eventually once I get it unbolted. I don't see no reason to keep it. I guess it's a decent spare. It's better than something smidged up, but and we didn't need a screwdriver. We got it with our mitts. One little bit at a time. She's in good shape too. The gasket's still pliable. You know, I really think tucking the things over there in the shade of them trees is kind of gets a lot of tree dirt on them, but keep some of the rubbers from getting cooked. I wonder if I should keep this thing. Probably got enough of that shit, huh? Fortunately, the e-brake cable was already cut under there, so we can't salvage the e-brake cable. So I think that's it. The windshield's broken. We don't need that. Yeah, it's got multiple cracks in it. Probably could keep the trim pieces, but that ain't something that really goes bad. We probably should get these hood hinges off though, because sometimes you have a front end accident, these things do get bent. So let me pop them off real quick. You just gotta clear this. Go high enough to clear the shifter, that's all. Go ahead. Come back down. There you go. Go up. Come back down. $33 for a cab. All right, y'all, go hit that thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. We got rid of the moss. Look at this thing. This frame is mint. Like, it's perfect. Well, it ain't perfect, but compared to the other ones, it definitely is. We forgot the drive shaft loop. It's attached right here. Goes to the bottom of the cab. That's what was hanging us up. I had to cut it off. All right, y'all. See you on the next one. Take this thing home, pressure wash it, and then soak it down with some used motor oil. Put it up on blocks, right? For a future project. This will do a test, see if this rear is really welded. Sounded like it while I was towing it, but let's see. Oh, definitely. That rear is definitely welded. Alright, well, at least we know. I thought I heard it chirping, probably because the tire sizes are different. It's chirping a little bit even when it's going straight. Did want to show you guys underneath real quick. Let's see. Hopefully the sun don't blind you. It's kind of amazing that this is the best frame I have. Right. There's one spot up here that's rotted behind the wheel, and that's almost worth blending so it doesn't even look like it was ever even rotted, the amount of time you could put into it. But under here is good. It looks like somebody drilled some holes in it. Pretty solid. Pretty solid for what these things usually are. We never finished this project. They're all crusty. This one definitely needs some attention this year. We did the other side. Put some We did some on the other side. We put some box tubing in. I've got some like 1 5/8" box tubing that fits right between the frame rails, and we cut the bottom out. Slid it up in there. We missed that spot. Yeah. This thing still needs some work. That's for sure. The OG is a little crunchy and definitely needs some tires. Got that BMW stainless steel Remus German made muffler out of a locker. Still chooching away. And we got some new bushings a little while ago. When they're gone, right? They're never going to make them again. And this one's definitely a good candidate for a restoration. That's for sure. You just have to find a good body and a bed that isn't held together with the bed liner.